I don't think Pimp would have accepted a Jay-Z verse to be of equal value to him. So let's just break this bread and be done with it. Pimp and Jay didn't really have a relationship in that sense.
Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet. You look like you done seen it, Marvin. You done seen it.
At this hour, members of the hip-hop community are mourning the shocking death of well-known Port Arthur rapper Pimp C. Pimp C, who was born Chad Butler, was one half of the rap group UGK and was found dead this morning in a hotel room in Los Angeles.
Devon thinks he was poisoned, and there was someone with him when he passed who was a very shady, strange character. So there is actually a person of...
Bun B just broke his silence on something that's had the streets whispering for years. A supposed private tape involving Pimp C and none other than Beyonce.
Say, man, look, miss me with the bush. You know what I'm talking about, man? You see me in the street, man, your jewelry looking funny. Hey, man, just go the other way, man. We don't want to be around you, man.
This rumor's been floating through hip-hop circles forever, but no one ever knew what was really on that tape, or if it even existed for real.
Because I knew y'all niggas at the house.
Right.
I was like, yo, I'm excited. I got $1 million. This is it. Rockefeller is the shit. Hey, that's the shit. I called Pimp and these niggas fight. So I calmed them down. And then once Pimp locked in, he was like, wait a minute, Rockefeller. Ain't that where Jay-Z at? I was like, yeah. And I didn't get the connection. I was like, he was like, tell him to take that check over to Tupac mama and give it to her for stealing all Tupac shit. And I'm like, what?
I put him on that Pac life, boy. he went, once I let him hear that Tupac, he went on his mission for me.
But now, Bun B just let a few details slip. And what he said has fans going wild.
And you saying that Jay heard him say that, yo?
Yeah, Jay heard him. He heard him. Because I had to jump up and apologize for this nigga to clean that shit up quick. Because I was like, I didn't realize he was in the room. So when I seen Hov there, I was like, oh. And so I told him he had to come down and go see them and go talk to mama and go to lunch with, go to dinner with them and sit down and do it the right way. Because that's just how Pimp did it. If you didn't sit down and eat dinner with him and his mama, he ain't gonna break bread with you. That was just the game. Like, that's how he was raised. He had studied music. It was different, man. He knew music from the Conservatory Music of Art. He had studied from an orchestra standpoint. His mom had invested in his career. So to be who he was, so by the time people seen him, it was the counterculture of discovering hip hop and rap down there. And they were like a country version of Run DMC, him and Bun.
Great artists.
Or the
artists.
New Ghetto Boys. It was like Jay Prince had them as the New Ghetto Boys. That's what they were. And luckily, he moved to Atlanta. We was able to get him with Short, and Short just put the game down, and the rest was history.
Right.
So that caused a ruckus because when they missed the first 2 Jay-Z albums because of it. And the next time around, I knew not to call Pimp because him and Jazzy was beefing.
According to Bun, that mysterious tape might have been the real reason behind the deep tension between Jay-Z and Pimp C.
My project. I got paid to be on Big Pimp. We didn't have that relationship. And to be honest, I don't think Pimp would have accepted a Jay-Z verse to be of equal value to him. So let's just break this bread and be done with it.
Right.
And to be honest, Pimp and Jay didn't really have a relationship in that sense. There was a lot of mutual respect, but Hov and I were always closer. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting a feature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, it was really just about, like, we worked very hard to get where we are. We're successful now for being purely who we have always said we were. Riding Dirty, most critically acclaimed album we ever released. Gold album, not one music video. You know what I'm saying? And to get to that point and to possibly in his mind throw it all away, because this dude want to pay you some money to do a verse on a beat that you would never rap to. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like a lot, and it took a lot to kind of bring him back around to the idea of being a part of it, to the point where I just like reverse psychology. Like, fuck it, don't do it then, fuck it. Like, don't even worry about it, fuck it, we ain't even gonna do it. I'm just telling me we ain't gonna do it, you don't wanna do it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Pee-wee, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, man. No, not in that sense. I mean, he was glad it worked out, but Big Pimpin' was not like in his top 10 UGK songs. Like,
He didn't even want to do another one.
That changes everything. But some fans think the story goes even darker, because don't forget, Pimp C died on Jay-Z's birthday under super suspicious circumstances. They called it an accidental death linked to health issues, but too many people, including Pimp's own mother, never bought that. She always believed her son was taken out, and suddenly, the idea of a deleted tape makes even more sense.
Did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marvin. You done seen it. Marvin seen it.
Tell him who it is.
Hey, man, tell him who it is. I wish we still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C tape.
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, you know, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he'd have a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it, but if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a billionaire, man. Hey, whoever it was, they went to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man. But yeah, it is a tape, and if you read the comments, a lot of people figured out.
If that footage really involved Beyonce, it could have blown Jay's whole world apart. We're talking about his marriage, his reputation, the entire billion-dollar empire he's built with Beyonce by his side. No wonder the tape was never seen again.
Well, we'll let Bun B tell it. Here's what he said happened.
This is also in the earliest stages of Jay-Z and Beyonce as a couple. And so we're on the set and we're filming the video. And if you look at the video, there's a lot of kind of skimpy outfits. Right. And Queenie's there also. So it's not like I'm like sitting there salivating over another woman. And Jay-Z calls. And he's like, yeah, how's the video going? Oh, it's going good. Are the guys there? Yeah, they're there. You know, it's them and some of their homies. He's like, wait a minute, how many dudes are there? And so she's like, oh, it's about 9 or 10 guys, I guess, over there. Where are they now? They're in here. They're in the soundstage. They're watching her film. What is she wearing? They describe the outfit. And he's like, yo, clear the room. I guess Beyonce gets wind of the call. She comes up. And she apologizes. I'm so sorry you guys had to leave the room, but Jay's not comfortable. And we're like, no, we understand fully, right?
So now the question is, what exactly did Bun B say? And how does this all connect to Pimp C's mysterious passing at just 33 years old? Some folks believe this wasn't just about music beef. It might have been about silencing a legend before the truth could come out. Everybody knows Beyonce guards her image like a fortress. So if a wild tape ever existed involving someone like Pimp C, you already know that would have sent shockwaves everywhere.
Why you can't find cases happily ever after video with Beyonce? Well, I'm gonna put it like this. Jay-Z probably made some phone calls and had that video removed because allegedly Beyonce was 17 years old when she was in this video.
But this ain't just about her reputation. This rumor reopens old wounds about the long-standing tension between Jay-Z and Pimp C, especially around the time you teamed up with Jay for that iconic track Big Pimpin' in 2000.
Rick called me like Sunday night or something. Pimp was over my house Friday night, Saturday morning. He called me like Sunday night or Monday morning or something. He's like, I got something to tell you. And I was like, what? And he's like, let me make sure it's true, and I'm gonna call you back. I'm finna go to Pimp's hotel, but something happened. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, they wouldn't tell me on the phone. They said they'd tell me in person, see security when I get there. And he went in there and saw Pimp C body. Pimp C was still in there. He said Pimp C was like, he was laying down like he was praying. And but it was blood all over the bed, like he threw it up, but they thought he had been shot in the head. You know, they didn't know what the hell happened because there was blood all over the bed, but he was kneeled down like he had been praying. And the candles had been burnt all the way down. So they knew he had probably been dead for like a day or something because he always lit these candles to help him sleep. Because I think he had sleep apnea, so he always lit these big, tall candles. And with that candle to be burnt all the way down, they were like, he must have been dead for a while.
If you were outside back then, you know that song ran the radio. But what most folks don't realize is the drama that was bubbling behind the scenes. That collab looked smooth on camera, but in real life, it was messy. Word is, Pimp C and Jay had serious static. Pimp wasn't the type to just hop on any track for clout. He had principles. And according to several insiders, he wasn't feeling Jay from the jump, mostly because of Jay's tension with Tupac. And let's not forget, the South had mad love for Pac. So when Jay had beef with him, Pimp C wasn't about to just play nice and overlook that history. Greg Taylor, UGK's former manager, even confirmed there was major back and forth. It got so sticky that Dame Dash had to step in, pushing hard to seal the deal. He ended up offering UG $1 million check just to jump on the record. Now you'd think that kind of money would make anybody cave, but not Pimp C. Greg Taylor revealed something wild. When he told Pimp C about that $1 million offer from Dame Dash, Pimp didn't even flinch. Instead, he told his team they should just donate it to Tupac's mom, Afeni Shakur. That's how deep Pimp's loyalty ran. But here's the twist. While Pimp thought he was just venting to his crew on the phone, Jay-Z was secretly listening in the whole time. Yep, Jay caught every bit of the slick talk and shade Pimp C was throwing. And you already know that didn't sit right with him. Eventually, Pimp agreed to hop on Big Pimpin', but let's not kid ourselves. There was no brotherhood between him and Jay. Bun B even said it took some serious mind tricks just to convince Pimp to consider doing the track in the first place. And even after the song became a massive hit, Pimp C wasn't hyped like everyone else. To him, it was just another track. No emotional connection, no excitement, just business.
Well, his mom believes he was murdered, and she basically breaks down the reasons why she believes that. I couldn't really. There's some circumstantial evidence that might make me think that. But as far as like physical evidence, I had some other people review the autopsy report and things like that, and they didn't really come to a solid conclusion as far as, you know, any foul play or things like that. But a lot of people have heard that he died of a codeine overdose, which is not true at all. That was actually, you know, the day he passed, or the day that the results of the tests and whatnot were not announced, the coroner said, you know, he did not overdose. And then you had all these newspapers that said that he did overdose. So that was just irresponsible media that came up with that story. But the official story was that he had sleep apnea, which is a condition which can make it hard for you to, basically you stop breathing in your sleep. And the story was that he took some codeine which prevented his body from waking up the way that it normally would. So it feasibly could have happened that way. But there are some alternate theories which I kind of explore in the book. His mom thinks he was poisoned, and there was someone with him when he passed who was a very shady, strange character. So there is actually a person of interest, according to his mother, that she believed had something to do with his death. So I wasn't able to really definitively come to a conclusion, but I've laid out all the facts, and people can kind of decide for themselves. And
But now here's where things get real messy. There's been a long-standing rumor that Pimp C and Beyoncé had a fling before she officially got with Jay. And it's not just internet gossip. Insiders like Pimp and Ken have allegedly confirmed it behind the scenes. The rumor, Pimp C and Beyoncé made a private tape together. And if that's even halfway true, no wonder folks say Jay-Z never let that slide. Let's not forget, Jay was known for being super controlling over Beyoncé, especially early in their relationship. Bun B even said Jay straight up kicked him and Slim Thug off the Check On It video set just because Beyoncé's outfit showed too much skin. That's how protective and low-key possessive Jay was back then. And it didn't stop there. There's talk that Jay had Beyoncé's Happily Ever After video with Case pulled off YouTube completely just because he didn't like the vibes. Now picture Jay hearing whispers that Pimp C, a man he already had beef with, was with Beyoncé before him, and there might be a whole tape to prove it. That would have set everything off. But here's where it takes a dark turn. Around the same time people in the industry started whispering about that alleged tape, Pimp C suddenly died. And guess what day it happened on? December 4th, Jay-Z's birthday. That timing alone had people raising eyebrows. According to reports, Pimp was staying at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood. He was working on new music, prepping for a show with Too Short, and everything seemed solid. That morning, he was supposed to catch a flight back to Texas. His wife, Chinara, and his cousin Ed were waiting for him at the airport. When Pimp C didn't show up that morning, his wife, Chinara, started to worry. She called the hotel, and that's when everything went left. Staff went to check his room and found him unresponsive. He was pronounced dead shortly after, just 33 years old. Now officially, the coroner ruled it an accidental death, blaming a mix of lean and sleep apnea. But that explanation never sat right with a lot of people, and for good reason. DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia later revealed that Pimp's manager saw the hotel room and claimed it looked like it had been shot up. That's a whole different story. Think about it. If it was just an overdose, why was there blood all over the bed and walls? OD situations don't look like crime scenes. And then DJ Paul brought up something strange. He said there were candles lit because of Pimp's sleep apnea. Huh? Candles and sleep apnea don't even go together. That explanation sounded off from the start. And it gets even sketchier. Reports came out that a mystery woman was with Pimp C right before he died, but that info got buried fast. Too fast. Then there's what insiders say about Pimp's own mother. She didn't believe the story either. She believed her son was poisoned. That's not just speculation. That's coming from his mom. Journalist Julia Beverly, who wrote Sweet Jones, Pimp C's Trill life story, even said Pimp's mom never believed the official version. She thought her son was murdered, and she never changed her mind. And yeah, there's still no hard proof that a Beyonce Pimp C tape exists or that Jay-Z had anything to do with Pimp's death, but fans are connecting the dots. Too many coincidences. One fan said, "No one finds it strange that Beyonce's been touring for years, but that Check On It track is never part of the set list? And who's on that song? Slim Thug and Bun B, aka Pimp C and Bun B." And another fan added, "Way too many dots are lining up. I'm starting to believe all the stuff I used to brush off." So what do you think really happened to Pimp C? Was it just a tragic accident? Or is there something darker that's still being covered up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, share with your people, and don't forget to subscribe.